Did you know that by day 20, the heartbeat of your baby goat is already beating? Isn't that truly amazing? Around 100 days, the tooth buds are already erupting, and around day 115, the kid is covered in hair. 5 months of miraculous development. For the first 3 months of development, the fetus is no bigger than a small cat. But once it is completely developed, it rapidly begins to grow, and the nutritional requirements of your dough will increase. This information is covered in great detail in our Raising Goats course. But let's review the most important details in the next few minutes that will help keep your dough and kids healthy. There are 3 trimesters for a goat's pregnancy, about 50 days each. During the first 100 days of a goat's pregnancy, there are a few tips to remember. You need to always be observing. You will probably not see much, if any, observable changes in the appearance of your goat. You also do not want to give any drugs. There are massive amounts of cell division going on during this stage of pregnancy, so do not give any drugs during the first 30 days. Why? You could put the pregnancy at risk for birth defects. You will also want to feed your goat really well. During any stage of a goat's life, good quality hay should be provided, but especially during pregnancy. Free choice mineral should always be available. If you don't know all about goat mineral, now is a perfect time to brush up on everything you need to know. I can't even begin to say how important mineral is to the health of your goats. You also need to just help keep your goats in a no-stress environment. It should be a top priority to keep stress out of the picture. Why? During this stage, any stress might cause the dough to reabsorb the fetus. As your dough heads into the last trimester, it can certainly take a toll on her health. So here are your last stages of goat pregnancy checklist. Here are a few things you will need to keep in mind as your goat enters the last stage of her pregnancy. You will want to stop milking. If you have been milking her during the beginning of her pregnancy, you will need to dry her up about 2 months before kidding. This allows for all of the dough's energy to go into the development of a healthy offspring, and continuing to milk her would put unneeded stress on her body. Continue to feed her well. She will need access to good quality hay, free choice mineral, and 15% protein grain. With the size of her kids at this point, she is definitely eating for 2 or more. But each goat will probably be given a different measuring of grain. Why? Although the goat needs the extra energy to put into the growing babies, you also don't want the kids to grow so big that it complicates the delivery because of their size. You can start at 1 cup of grain morning and evening and just adjust from there. These feed requirements are so important because there is exponential growth happening, and the dough needs all of the nutrition she can get so she and the kids remain healthy. Also, monitor your dough daily. If her health is struggling, she is at risk for going into pregnancy toxemia, ketosis, or hypocalcemia. And to finish this goat video tip off, did you know does bearing twins have a 180% higher energy requirement than those with just a single fetus? Does carrying triplets have a 240% greater energy requirement? When this demand exceeds the supply, fat is metabolized into glucose. The metabolic needs of the kids are met at the expense of the dam. This is what causes the ketonic condition. To complicate matters, multiple fetuses produce more waste products, which leads to the doe becoming toxic if she does not flush that out of her system. Your does need your help and care during the entirety of that pregnancy. But when you follow this advice, you will have a healthy doe and kids.